are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by. Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. I'm Sydney and I'm glad that you're back here watching me illuminate the world and in return helping you illuminate yours. So today I wanted to talk about a conversation that I had, and it's just about the way we speak about each other. And there's two key words that I want to go into, and that's friend and that's foe. We look at other people like they're amazing, especially celebrities. We unfairly compare ourselves to others. But when we look into the mirror, what do we truly see? Do we see an instrument of change? Do we see positivity? Do we see a new reviewed sense of purpose? Or do we focus on the negative flaws that we have? Do we focus on what we don't bring to the table? Do we focus on how we are failing as a person? And it's just an important thing to consider, because some of us, we might have 125 years of life in us, and a lot of us will likely spend the duration of that not understanding ourselves or loving ourselves the way we should be loved. And I wanted to do this video because I see a lot of people just focusing on the negative. Imagine you make a movie and the movie basically says the misfortune of so-and-so. That's how a lot of people are living their lives. You're acting like you're in a movie, but the ending it ends with a sad ending. You don't save whoever. And we need to change that mindset, because if not, if you use your words to have that power over you and dominance, then you start to realize that the rest of your body follows suit. If you say that you are sick, you will then become sick. As I said in previous episodes, thought creates, hopefully you can see this. Oh, I can spell. Thoughts create habits. You think about cheese sandwich for 2 months straight, you'll crave that cheese sandwich. In this case, you think about the negative aspects of you and they'll get worse. For example, there was a point in my life where I used to just worry about my height. My goodness, this woman's taller than me, she won't like me. These guys are 6 foot, they're gonna laugh at me. And then it came to a point where it became a habit. I just thought, I'm really short. Started putting socks in my shoes. Whenever there was pictures, I'll tiptoe a little bit. And I became that person who was just living so much in fear of the negativity, I didn't see the positives. And that's what we do. I will talk about this a lot during Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. Do you have a fear-based mentality, or do you have a love-based mentality? I'm just gonna write this here, yeah? Love. Love-based mentality, fear-based mentality. A lot of things that we consume is based and pivoted towards fear. We let this fear be the forefront with our thoughts, and they become habits. We therefore are a negative person as a result. We can focus on the negative aspects of things that's happening in our lives, but if we don't think about the positive and get that balance, what are we gonna end up as? Someone who just dwells on the negativity. There's one thing I want to talk about, it's putting yourself in that sense of victimhood. If you feel that you are worthless and you only focus on the situations where you are worthless, you will therefore you'll portray to the world, you'll project to the world of how useless you are. If I say useful, how useless you are. And it's about making sure that if you have a negative thought, you see the positive in it. It's very hard to be in that situation, but a lot of the things that we go through in everyday life, which can be deemed as negative, is there to provide us as a basis to become stronger. You might fall over and rip your trousers. That could teach you to be more mindful of how you walk. You run, you go into a puddle. You might realize that you need to check your surroundings, and if it's raining, wear better footwear. There's far-reaching examples, and I don't want to go into all of them, but most examples that you go into, you can learn something from it. My key word is you. Everything is a teacher. So you can learn everything from your surroundings. People might come into your life and tell you one sentence. People might come into your life and do things for you or to you. But what are you doing from that to make you a stronger person? A lot of the people who are leaders in their own right went through so much struggle, so much abuse, so much neglect, and they use that as a tool to power themselves up and become the person who inspires others. One such example will be Oprah Winfrey. She went through a lot in her life. I would say read about her story, to go on YouTube and just read about her story and see how she went through the struggles in her life. She had family that was horrible to her. She had executives that was horrible to her. She was neglected. All sorts of things. But look at her now, multi-billionaire, and using that to help people. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. She's doing things out there to make sure that people live better lives and have better outcomes. When you start talking negatively, you need to realize the concepts words cast spells. You need to be very specific and very careful with what you say about yourself and also to others. If you say negative things to other people about yourself, then you will subconsciously absorb that and take it to be fact. I used to hang around with friends who used to just think of the worst thing about themselves. Oh, I got work tomorrow. That's all right. I got work in 4 hours. Oh, you know what? I just came off a night shift and I got another night shift. And I'm working for the next 12 days. People just focusing, friends, people who are together, focusing on the most negative aspects on their lives. And it's not good. It's detrimental, in fact. You should empower each other. You should talk about the positive things in their lives. You should extend olive branches. You should encourage people to do better and think better because they are destined to become better. It's not you just trying to be forceful on them, it's you guiding them to better outcomes. So eventually, if you do focus on negative things, your bodies will think the same. Your body will adapt to how the mind thinks. If you believe strongly enough that you are hungry and you want a cheeseburger, your body will start growling for a cheeseburger. Yet, if you do believe you are sick, even if you're not sick, then eventually you will feel some symptoms of sickness. And that's why you need to be careful with the people who you hang around with sometimes as well, because they might say to you, you look sick, you look pale, you don't seem yourself. If you start believing what this person is telling you, then you'll become a projection of this person's projection. So I would say that if you think more negative stuff, your immune system and your stomach just can't cope. Your second mind is in your stomach. Your stomach starts believing your mind and your body just follows suit. So if you believe that you're as strong as a pack of cards, then you'll fall down whenever a gust of wind hits you in the face. So how are you going to overcome these things? Are you a friend to yourself or are you a foe to yourself? Is what you're saying coming from a love-based mindset or a fear-based mindset? And what are your thoughts doing to create your own habits? The main thing I would say is this. Do you catch yourself when you're talking about yourself negatively? Do you actually realize it? When you say things, just have a quick thought. Is what I'm saying come from love or does it come from fear? That's the most important question you should ask yourself. What are your intentions when you say these things? Everyone should be talking about themselves as if they're their own cheerleader. I love that word so much, cheerleader, because I just love it. You're full of cheer, you're a leader, cheerleader, hey. But what aspect are you coming from? What are your intentions? What do your intentions want to be? Who do you want to be portrayed as? If you want to be someone who's seen as strong, then talk about yourself like you are strong. Wake up in the morning, write things on the wall to say, I am strong, I am rich, I am worthy, I am amazing. When you start having those thoughts and those words behind it becomes your habits. You'll find ways to be more strong. You'll find ways to become more healthy. I would say this: if you always wanted to go to the gym, I'll say every day, 7 times a day, just say, I am strong, I will go to the gym. Say that 7 times, and say it 7 times a day, and say it every day for a month, yeah? And I have a strong guarantee that you will actually feel more inclined to go to the gym. You might even see that your muscles are getting stronger. You might feel like you have this energy. But because we let other things consume us and make us think about negative and fearful outcomes, we lose that control, don't we? So, what I wanted to say is, try these things out. If it doesn't work, please write in the comments. If it does work, please write in the comments as well. We could try more exercises, and the Illuminated disclaimer is not going away anytime soon. If anything, it's going to grow and be huge. I'm going to be very successful. I am successful. I am wealthy. I'm rich. And this came from me thinking little. And I used to self-sabotage and just belittle myself at every shape of the word. Every time I would just be a negative person. What did that get me? That got me what I wanted because I said it and it became reality. Now it's the opposite. So please like and subscribe, see my journey, and please, if you want more advice, comment section. And also, if you want me to talk about a specific thing, comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Love, light, and guidance, and I hope you have a wonderful day.